Hi, how are you?
Is that what you said?
No, that's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, my friends.
Oh, wait, I just got so excited because I heard it in person.
Hello, my friend. As you can see, I'm in a different filming location. I am with the lovely Hannah from Smokey Glow, and I'm so excited to be here. You all have heard me rave and rave and rave about her YouTube channel and how much I absolutely adore her. And she kind of shamed me a bit for not contacting her on Twitter. Like, you're in my area and you didn't bother to tell me you were here.
At Dinosaur Barbecue, hanging out, and I was just in my house, like, I live 2 minutes from there.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. And I haven't met Hannah before. Like, this would be amazing. So I checked with the husband and he was like, cool. So I was like, let's go film some videos. And we just filmed a video over on her channel. So definitely go check that out. She roasted my travel makeup. Definitely check out Hannah's channel if you want to see everything that's in there. But this video is going to be a Q&A, get ready with me. So we took everything off and now we're going to get ready on camera and we're going to answer some of the questions that you all asked on Twitter and on Instagram. And that should be a lot of fun. I haven't read any of the questions yet.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited too. So if that sounds good to you, hang tight. We're getting into it right now.
Is this when your intro pops in?
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
yeah.
First one is from Cassie from Thriftic.
Ooh.
Yes, and she says, ooh, what kinds of questions? I'm assuming a video is going to be filmed. Here's one. What makeup trends from when you were growing up do you wish would come back in style today? Also, which trends are you most glad were left behind? Ooh. Okay,
Do you have an answer to this question?
I was not good at makeup when I was younger.
I didn't wear it.
The extent of my makeup when I was in middle school, high school was black eyeliner and a little bit of lip gloss. And black eyeliner was, speaking about something that we want to leave behind, the black eyeliner was just on the lower lash line.
All over the lower lash. I remember that.
Straight over.
I remember when that was like a big trend.
Straight over. And that was it. And a little bit of lip gloss occasionally, or a lip smacker or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I did have friends, though, that did go the glitter route. And that was when I first started, yes.
What did they do?
Well, just actually using glitter on their face.
Oh,
like,
okay.
where no one, it was just this one girl, Bianca, always wore, she was like the girl that wore glitter.
Oh.
And
Bianca sounds like a name of a girl who would be like
yes.
a trendsetter and wear glitter.
She totally was. And I remember when I saw her, I think it was at our first reunion, our 10-year reunion, I was like, do you still wear glitter? Please tell me you still wear glitter. She's like, yes, I do. I was like, yes.
I love
so
that.
I'm glad that glitter is still around, but I'm really glad that the black eyeliner is gone.
When I was like a kid, it was like, you know, the Kardashians used to have the like winged eyeliner and the really heavy kohl liner. It was like your whole eye was lined. That was the thing when I was in like middle school, high school. And I don't want it to come back. I'm not good. I don't hate that look, but it's not like my favorite look ever when you have like such heavily black eyes. I feel like a trend that I would want to come back. Man, blue eyeshadow, it's kind of making a comeback now, but like I remember when Christina Aguilera used to wear just like frosty blue eyeshadow, like to the MTV, like the VMAs or something like that, and I was just like astounded by that. Like I thought that like with her, like she had like one of those fedoras on and like the low-rise jeans and like a vest as a shirt, and it was like the most iconic thing you've ever seen. So I think like I'm happy that blue eyeshadow is making its comeback because I never got to have that moment because I was too young to wear makeup. So like now it's making its comeback, and I'm very pleased with that.
Like, how cool must it be to be Christina Aguilera or like Jennifer Aniston with her hair? You know, like to be a person that's a trend like that, like for real.
Yeah. Like not like a YouTube trend, like not like a tag video. Trend. Yeah, no, like a real, like people around the world were influenced by one person. That's insane. Like, oh my god,
so cool.
I can't even imagine.
It's so funny because when a name is all the way like straight across, I'm trying to like break it up into syllables to figure out like what is happening. I'm getting Kristen, and then Kristen is Samantha Nerd.
Okay,
is what I'm getting. Who has a bigger collection?
I think you do.
I probably do.
You've been collecting longer than me.
I think it's just time.
I only started like probably 2.5 years ago. So I think you would probably have, I don't know, how many, like, do you like hoard eyeshadow palettes though? Because there's different categories. Because I would bet that I have more highlighters than you. But that's only because I have, do you think you have more?
I don't know. I haven't seen your highlighters.
Oh, girl.
I don't know.
It's a drawer. It's like a lot. maybe like certain categories where I would have more than you because
Yeah,
I like
maybe.
hoard things, but I think overall you probably have more than me in general.
Probably. I mean, I've been on YouTube. I'm going to my 7th year.
Yeah.
On YouTube, so I would think I probably have more,
Yeah.
but not intentionally.
No.
Your dad wants to fave.
Wait, what?
Your dad wants to fave. That's
that's
her
the name? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Which product has aged the worst? One that when it came out was amazing, but now is bad. I feel like a lot of mascaras age really badly. The NYX Epic Ink Liner aged badly for me.
Really?
I feel like the ink was coming out too much.
Really?
Like later on. And also the brush feathered out because the way that it gets put in the tip, it's not get put in the cap well enough because it's a brush tip. It spiders out. So maybe I just wasn't careful, and maybe that's my
so
error.
Weird. No, that's so weird.
But mine's all sprayed out on the sides, and I have to constantly give it a haircut.
Wasn't that supposed to be a dupe for like the Kat Von D?
Yes.
That was what it was supposed to be. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think mine would be, I have this pure foundation stick that when I got it was like so good. I loved it, and I just loved it. I thought it was so good. And then I actually used it, and it became like kind of like a Jaclyn Hill lipstick because it got
Oh no!
I don't know if I can talk drama on your channel.
No, it's okay.
It got really.
You already did.
I know. I just, like, it got bumpy. It got bumps in it.
Oh.
It got like super textured to the point that when you put it on, it felt like you were putting on sandpaper. Like it got and it sucked because I loved it when I first used it, and I loved the packaging. I thought everything about it was so good. And then I like actually used it for a while and it got so bad. I said that in a video and a ton of other people said the same thing happened to them.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so it's not just me like being crazy. This is actually happening.
All right, I forgot to bring a powder brush, so we're using Real Techniques blush brush.
I have
and we're
clean
just
ones
going
back
with
here that I never
no,
use.
that's okay. It works.
You
It
sure?
works fine. Oh yeah, I'm going with it. Avid Diva. This is fantastic. Questions? So many. Do you think recent influencer releases drama might impact influencer brands or collabs in the future? Honestly, I really hope not. I hope that we as a society know that everybody is a unique person and anybody that comes out with a collab is not connected with other past issues. Like, unless it's directly related to a specific brand that has had a problem before, I feel like it should be its own thing. That's my opinion.
I agree with your opinion, but I think it's still going to in certain ways because I think, especially with we've seen some really huge successes where it's like Jeffree Star's makeup. I mean, his line is incredibly successful, and then we've seen people like Jaclyn Hill where it's absolutely not successful. And then you have people in the middle like Lauren Manny and even Kristen Dominique. Hers is actually really successful too, I think. But Lauren Manny is like theirs is kind of like falling off a little bit too, you know what I mean? And I just feel like people are going to inherently judge a brand like that, like especially an influencer based brand, until it proves itself. Right. So I think if they have a launch and it's good, people will be willing to accept it, but I think people are now going to be a lot more skeptical of, which kind of sucks because you're right, everybody should be given like a fair chance and based off of what their product is, but I don't know if that's going to be how it's going to go.
Right. And I think it'll depend on what they choose to launch too.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that once a lot of people were coming out with eyeshadow palettes, like I thought it was really smart that Jaclyn was doing lipsticks.
Yes, I agree.
Because it was different. You know, it was kind of like when Nikita came out with the color correcting thing.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever the powder was that I didn't ever quite understand 100% what the powder was, whether it was like a baking powder or what. I didn't quite get it, but I know there are people that use it and enjoy it. But I didn't purchase it. I don't know much about the product, but I definitely gave her credit for coming out with something that wasn't just the typical thing that everybody seems to be coming out with in influencer products. So I think depending on what people choose to do as far as their release, I think that'll make a difference.
Well, but
too.
I think you can go too crazy too, because then you have people like Tati with Halo, and I think that was like
that was a bold move.
That was bold.
That was a bold
and
move.
I don't know if it's paying off for her. I don't know her numbers. I don't know anything about, like, I've never used it. I don't know. Did you use it?
I did.
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
one
say.
month, though.
I was gonna say I thought you did a video on it.
Yeah.
What did you think about it? It was like,
well, I don't think that I used it long enough to give it a fair shot. I feel like that from my experience with it, it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I think that there are a couple of factors of why it may not have done anything for me.
Okay.
And that I feel like part of it is that I just don't have very problem skin.
Yeah.
You know, I might have seen some hair results if I'd used it long enough. My nails are already pretty strong. I just don't think that I used it long enough to really give it like a true test.
Okay.
You know, but I did give my opinion on just the 3 weeks because she had said that you should see results in 3 weeks,
Yeah,
which
she did.
I did not. So that was what mine was based on, but I feel like in order for me to really give it a fair...
You'd have to use it longer.
I would have to use it longer.
She just made so many bold claims with that launch.
She did.
I was like, girl, I don't know about that.
It was very, very bold claims.
Yeah.
But some people are seeing these amazing results with it, so maybe the claims were validated. I just didn't have that personal experience myself. Yeah. That was an interesting question. I like that one.
Yeah, I did too. I know who that is too. She has a small channel.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah, and she's very like, she does a lot of commentary stuff.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Which was the first video you saw of each other? That's actually really cute. Oh, you literally saved my life. God bless your soul.
Can I tell you a secret real quick?
What?
I've never told anybody this on YouTube.
What?
I am the champion at whack-a-mole.
No.
I am so flippin' good at whack-a-mole.
Wait, why?
I beat everybody at whack-a-mole. My kids want a prize. I'm like, all right, let's go play whack-a-mole. Do, 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 do. Automatic prize. You see how I caught that on your leg?
Yeah. You just have really good hand-eye coordination.
Very fast reaction time. It's
you
like
should
automatic.
enter like a thing where you could win money. I bet there's like whack-a-mole money.
That would be amazing. If you know of a whack-a-mole competition that I could enter,
or like a Guinness World Record or something like that.
I'm pretty stinking good at whack-a-mole.
You've got to do something with that talent because she just saved my bronzer.
Okay, so what was the question?
What was the first video you've seen of each other's? I remember the one I saw of yours.
I binge watched.
The
first day I found Hannah, I binge watched. So I'm not sure which one was the first one.
Yours was a live stream.
Oh.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
But it was a palette declutter. I found you through a declutter. Oh. And you were on live and you were like, it was at definitely the place you film in now. Because I remember the shelves behind you.
Uh-huh.
But I remember just thinking you were very like well spoken about why you liked and didn't like makeup. And then I think I found you again. I don't know if I like immediately subscribed. No. I don't know if that's rude.
That's okay. No, I don't immediately subscribe to anybody.
Yeah, I like to like watch people.
Subscribe to you, though,
yeah.
But I don't do that for everybody.
No, I like to like watch people first. And plus, it was like a declutter, and sometimes people's declutters are really good, and then there are other videos I'm not super interested in.
Oh yeah, and
so but I saw you kept popping up my recommended, and I would watch more and more of your videos, and I just really liked your vibe, and so I was like, I'm gonna subscribe. And this was before I even started a YouTube channel. This was like I think 3 years ago.
That is so awesome. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Like a lot of people don't realize it actually hurts the creator if you subscribe and then don't watch their content.
It really does.
It actually, because YouTube looks at the ratio of your subscribers to your views. Yeah. So if you have 20,000 subscribers and you're getting 2,000, 3,000 views, that's amazing. That's wonderful. But if you have 200,000 subscribers and you're getting 2,000 to 3,000 views, that YouTube is going to look at you and go, this is not a channel I want to promote. So unsubscribing from somebody you don't watch actually helps them, believe it or not.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it to them probably, but like in the long term, it helps so much because you want actual active, engaged like subscribers.
I'm gonna cheat.
Why?
I'm going on your channel and I'm going back and I'm looking to see which video it was because I honestly don't remember and I don't want to say it wrong. I want to be honest. Let's see. I don't know how
going back a while.
It was a while ago.
I post a lot.
You do.
4 to 5 times a week. It's a little too much.
For you though.
Well, because I do at least usually one commentary a week, and then I do tutorial Tuesdays. So that's like 2 videos knocked out, and then it's just coming up with like 2 or 3
all
other ideas.
Who are asking for tutorials.
If you want tutorials, if you want someone who can do average makeup at an average skill level, I think that would be your person.
Some credit.
No, I think that is giving myself credit.
I'm very sad that I don't know.
I remember when I knew that you knew about me though. Because I remember you tweeted that you were buying my merch, and I like freaked out.
I actually found you before that.
I couldn't believe it.
Can I tell you, I actually brought that shirt with me.
Stop!
I did, and I asked John my husband John, I asked if I should wear it, and he was like, no. He's like, you can't wear the band shirt to the concert.
Can you imagine? You walk around that corner, you had like a little... trying to look like an Instagram model.
I did bring my pink Instagram model tank top. I love that tank top.
So cute. Whenever you wear that in videos, people or like your live streams, people always DM me. They're like, I'm like, I know.
And I have your Hi Friends mug too.
Do you actually?
I do.
That is so cute.
I don't know. I can't find it. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I don't know.
It's okay.
These, by the way, are the Makeup Molly brushes by Doll 10. And this is the first time I've used them is during this trip. And I really like them a lot. Molly did a fantastic job picking out the shapes of these brushes. I'm so happy with them. And they're very soft. And Doll 10 is one of those brands that really flies under the radar. They do a lot of more natural stuff. So I think they fly because they don't do a lot of bold in your face kinds of makeup.
I actually have never heard of them before.
Nice. They used to be called Dalton, D-A-L-T-O-N, and then they changed it to Dalton.
I think that's better. I like Dalton better, actually.
What's your favorite thing about each other's channel? From Emily.
There's so many things. I really love how number one would be obviously you're very informed, because I feel like you definitely, you don't just like say what you back it up, you know what I mean? Like you're the epitome of like bringing receipts when it comes to products, because like you just give the most informed, reviews on things. I would argue the most informed on YouTube about products.
Oh, wow,
like,
thank you.
No, I really would. Like, they're
huge.
so informed, you know what I mean? And I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I think you bring something different. Your channel's very unique, too, in the sense that, like, you bring something different than, like, a lot of other content creators do. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate that a lot, because it's very hard to be different.
Yeah, I know.
On this platform.
I feel you, girl.
It's very hard. And speaking of that, why I love Hannah is because she is different. She brings a different perspective to things. And I feel like a lot of people, when they're thinking about different situations or different products or different things that are happening or whatever it may be, you know, a lot of people tend to leave it on the surface because you've got stuff going on. You've got other things in your real life going on. But I feel like Hannah takes it to another level and really thinks about things and makes me think of things in a different way, where I'm like, okay, well, you know, I hadn't thought about that, but now that you mention it, I totally agree with that. And it like kind of tweaks my opinions a little bit because it makes me think about things in a new way. And you know, I'm always trying to learn new things and hear different perspectives. And I wouldn't say I 100% always agree with Hannah's perspective on everything, but I would say the majority of the time. And when I do disagree on something, I can see her point of view because she explains it so well. So that's why I really love watching her channel. And she's one of the ones where there's no channel that I watch every single one of their videos, but Hannah's is one of the ones that I'm much more likely to click on than a lot of people I'm subscribed to, which, speaking of what I said earlier, I should probably unsubscribe to some of the channels that I'm subscribed to. I don't really watch a lot of the
I should too, actually.
I just feel bad. I feel like they're going to notice and then they're going to be mad at me.
I know.
And I don't want them to be mad at me because it's not a personal thing. It's not because I don't like them.
I feel that.
As a person, it's just, I just haven't watched a lot of their content. You know?
I really feel that.
There's only so many hours in the day. How many YouTube channels do you think you're subscribed to?
Oh, I'm probably subscribed to over like 200.
Yeah, me too.
Like a lot. But it's just because like I'll find like smaller creators that I really love that I want to remember, and then I have like the big people too. You know what I mean?
Right. And some of the smaller channels I like better than the bigger channels, honestly.
So good.
Oh, well, I've got one specifically for you. Stevie wants to know the first thing you thought of, because recently Shane Dawson said that Hannah's channel was one of his favorite beauty channels. He listed, what, 5 channels?
Yeah, 4 or 5, I think.
4 channels, I think.
Yeah.
He listed 4 channels. It was Kathleen.
I'm acting like I don't remember the tweet exactly. It was 4. I was Kathleen, Robbie Christie, Cara C, and me. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not going to be humble, okay? I remember.
No, you should know this. And it was like, I mean, of all the beauty channels. So the question is, what was the first thing you thought?
I think I just didn't think it was real for a second, because I think I thought maybe it was like a parody channel or something, like a parody account, or like I really just didn't even process that. And then I just got really excited. And I think the thing is, a lot of people were like, oh my god, you're gonna blow up. And I was like, well, that would be nice. Obviously everybody wants that. I also was just really like humbled by the fact that, number one, I was named by a bunch of other amazing creators, like Robbie Christie, Kathleen are fantastic creators. And I think also just the fact that like someone so big as him and somebody who makes such good content, I think that was like just so surreal. I think it was more just like a, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening kind of like moment where you're just like, couldn't even fathom that ever happening in my lifetime. So I think that was really cool, though. It was really nice of him. It was very cool.
Very cool. So Shane Dawson approved.
Yes.
I've got this weird funky hair that keeps curling on the front. Please excuse, I'm living in a van right now, so you know, you're seeing this later, but I'm living in a van right now, so you gotta excuse this craziness going on. I know my first thought was, yes!
I know.
When I saw that,
cute.
I was so happy. Oh my gosh.
It was so crazy.
So happy. Next one is Riri. When you initially started your channels, how daunting was it to start from zero? How did it feel when you saw your first subscriber? And which video made your channel gain the most attraction? Love you both. So there's 3 questions. So first, how daunting was it to start your channel?
I never thought anyone else was gonna see it, so I didn't feel super daunted by it. I didn't start YouTube being like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I started it because I was like, maybe I'll find like 10 to 15 people that I can like talk to about makeup, because nobody else in my life cares about makeup. So I didn't find it particularly daunting to start the channel. What was the second part?
How did you feel when you saw your first subscriber?
Oh, that was really exciting. My first video ever is a makeup collection tour. And it was very, very exciting to like see like 15 views. That was like, I was just over the moon. Probably like 10 of them were me. But they were still like me just watching the video, but it was still really exciting. And I think like getting the first couple of subscribers that I knew I didn't know, like my mom.
They didn't know you personally.
Yeah, like my mom like subscribed to me and everything. Like my dad, my sisters, you know what I mean? Like my friends. So that was really cool. That was really exciting. And then I think the first video that really gave me traction was I had the John Cuckian video. It was like a drama video. And if I could go back in time and had known that that was going to get so many views, I would have said different things, I think. But I think
Really?
I swear so much in that video. I cursed like a sailor because I didn't think anyone was going to see it. So I was like, just doing, that's the epitome of like, think about what you put online, kids. But that video ended up doing really well for me. And I think Angelica, who was she's amazing content creator. She actually gave me a shout out when she had, I think, 26,000, something like that. She gave me a shout out, and a bunch of her subscribers came and subscribed to me, and I was getting put in the algorithm. Yeah, she's like the main reason I even got anybody, because she gave the video a shout out and was so nice. That's the coolest thing when your channel first starts getting traction. That's like the best. Everything that you hit after that is cool.
Like me.
Yeah, it's like the first feeling of like, holy crap, like people actually enjoy me, and like that's just such a cool thing. What was yours?
Well, when I first started my channel, I had already had a YouTube channel before.
Oh!
Back when YouTube first started in 2006, I started my first channel.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I had a pregnancy vlog over there. I actually had, this is my claim to fame, the very first pregnancy vlog on all of YouTube.
No, you didn't.
I did, with my daughter Lila, who's 11.
Are you kidding? Mm-hmm. Are you in a book?
Yes. No.
You should
No,
be.
but I remember I wanted to watch other pregnancy vlogs.
Yeah.
When I was doing it, and I couldn't find any. And I kept searching all through doing it. Like, there's got to be somebody else doing this, and there was none.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So I had that channel, and then I wanted to come back to YouTube. So when I started jenluvsreviews, I was just really excited.
Yeah.
I was more like making sure like I had an angle, like trying to do something. Like, angle is probably the wrong word, but like a niche. Like, I wanted to have like something that is gorgeous.
It's Stila. I love this palette.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just totally got taken aback
I just
by
got
that.
this. I got this like a couple days ago when I had the 20% off coupon at Ulta, and I am in love.
What is that?
It's the Stila. It's one of their happy hour. It's beautiful.
See that purple?
Beautiful. Like,
oh my gosh.
It's so pretty.
I need that in my life. I don't need that in my life. Stop it.
No, you don't need anything, but it's
need it,
beautiful.
That's really
The purples are like, I swatched it in store and I thought about it for months, and so I finally bought it when I had the coupon. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
your story is really good.
Gorgeous.
This is so pretty.
Sorry, I got totally distracted. So, starting from zero, I wasn't like, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it much. It was more like, I'm just going to try this again. Let's just start again.
Yeah.
Let's start over. And then when I saw my first subscriber, I was very, very happy. I was like, yay, it's starting again. Which video made your channel gain the most attraction? The very first video that I had that did well was the truth about being a beauty guru. That is really beautiful. Those colors go so pretty together too. They blend like gorgeous into each other.
I love them. This has like been my go-to.
My lips don't match my eyes.
Let me see. Are you done?
No.
Oh, okay,
I didn't
good.
get my face yet.
I was like, I have another
But I'm
minute.
definitely not a fan of how this looks, like, at all.
Let me see. It's not amazing.
No, it's terrible. I hate it. I hate it. We're gonna Franken-lip it.
Here we go. Oh yeah. You can do that. You can mix and match.
We're gonna try it and see, and if it's terrible, we'll just take it off and we'll do it again.
Do a gloss or something.
That's true. I have that lavender gloss.
Yeah.
So the truth about being a beauty guru, and I talked about, actually, I haven't even watched that video in so long, I don't even remember what I talked about in that video, but that was the first video that I did that did well. It's a little bit better. I'm still not a fan of it, though.
I like that better.
It's a little better, but...
It's a little too, like, rosy toned.
It is. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on it. I get a little more mauve-y.
I feel you.
That's a little better.
Let me see. I like that a lot better.
Yeah, that's so much better. And then after that, the L'Occitane video did well. It's funny, the videos that have to do with any kind of drama, those are the ones that do the best.
Grew my channel.
You know, the Kat Von D video that I did very, very well. you know, but I think people end up staying for your other content, though.
For
You know,
sure.
like they come for the drama and then they stay for you.
For sure.
You know?
I think that's the best feeling, though, is when you know that people, even though if they came for drama, that's fine, but like, if your other videos are getting views too, that means it's like they actually like you as a person too, which is the best feeling.
Exactly. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think you brought up something that's really important, though, that I always try to tell people who ask, like, oh, I want to start a channel. And it's like, I feel like it is important to find like a niche in a way. Like, I feel like that really is so important when you're starting a channel, unless you don't care, and then that case. But if you're doing it to try and like do it, I think that finding some sort of niche and finding something, like mine was like, when I started, there weren't a lot of people that were talking about beauty drama and doing like a get ready with me at the same time. Yeah. So it's kind of like a niche thing that I did. Get ready with me's. I'm not saying I invented this or that like get ready with me's weren't always a thing. Like they were. But like I definitely like was, I thought of that idea and I thought it was so good that I started doing it and people really liked it because I was like one of the few people that was really doing something like that.
Right.
And just stuff like that. It's good to find like your sort of niche.
Absolutely.
I think that's really good advice.
And finding something that makes you be different than other channels.
Yes, exactly.
Because anybody can review a blush palette.
Yes.
But it's the way that you review it that makes people want to watch you over watching a different one.
I completely agree.
Fragrance.com wants to know, what's your favorite perfume?
I love Black Opium by YSL. I love that. Is that what it's called? Black Opium? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Okay. I also love Marc Jacobs Daisy, though.
Oh, I like that one too.
That one's beautiful. I like that as more summery, and then my more fall one. But I like I don't have like a ton of perfumes, and the one I have, so I really like all of them. Yes, I think they're all really pretty.
Yeah, Tom Ford Black Orchid.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be.
That was because I saw it over there, and I was like, Tom Ford Black Orchid.
It's beautiful.
That's my favorite one. And I'm very much one that I like to flip around fragrances. I have a lot of the small ones. Like I've got a lot of. I know a lot of people don't like the Scentbird, but I like the Scentbird, and I've never had a problem with the Scentbird. But I've got, you know, if you've ever gotten ready with me on Periscope, my pair of loves, y'all know my big perfume grab bag. I've got probably, I don't know, 40, 50 of them in there. I've been a subscriber of theirs since they pretty much started. I've subscribed to their service. So I've got, it's a whole bag like this full of Scentbirds and rollerballs.
Those things are pretty big too.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're decent size, so they last a while. And because I flip around so much, that's why I have so many, is because I never run out of them because I'm always switching to something different. Yeah. But I used to really like a lot of the Daisy stuff, like the fruity floral, but now I'm going more into like the sexy, like spicy stuff.
Exactly what happened to me. I was so about fruity and like light and like...
Yeah, Taylor Swift Wonderstruck.
Yeah. Okay, I wore that every single day in high school. Like literally my friend would go into Walmart and he would smell it and think I was there because I constantly smelled like that. I loved that. Oh my god, you made me want to buy it now. Oh, good.
My college one that my husband said reminds me of him is Victoria's Secret's Love Spell.
Jen, that's what Charles, when I first started dating Charles, I literally wore that all the time. Are you joking?
Like perfume
Why
Soul
are we
Sisters.
in this? Oh my god.
Perfume Soul Sisters right now.
I'm not even, I have like 2 bottles in my bathroom I can show you. I literally wear that. Like,
that is so funny. Well, if you want a candle version, Candles by Victoria makes a Love Spell candle and it smells just like it.
I definitely
just so
want
you
that.
know, plug to Candles by Victoria. Affiliate link down below. 20% goes to 10%.
Like and subscribe.
10% goes to Baltimore Highlands Elementary School. But yeah, those are my favorite fragrances.
I love that.
Oh, Michelle Wong. Oh, do you know Michelle Wong? No. Oh my gosh, you need to follow Michelle Wong.
Okay.
Amazing YouTube creator. Okay, so she does all high-end makeup.
Oh.
All high-end.
Okay. Wait, oh my god, I do know.
High-end.
Does she do like luxury? Okay. I think I've seen her stuff and I recommend it.
Fancy schmancy pants stuff. So she says, OMG, love you two together. Those smiles. I want Smokey Glow to do your eye makeup, Jen.
Aww. Well, if we do a collab again.
There you go. When you come down,
I'll turn you into Smokey Glow. I'll turn you to Smokey Glow.
I would love that.
I go to her area a lot actually, so it's going to be interesting.
I'm excited. Favorite eyeshadow formula. I'm kind of liking your eyeshadow formula right now.
It's literally beautiful. Stila comes out with great stuff, honestly. Like, I feel like they're so underrated. My favorite eyeshadow formula, though, so it's different for like mattes and shimmers. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so I feel like I know I'm asking permission. I'm like, is that okay? I feel like for mattes, I love Anastasia mattes. I think they're so good. And I feel like for shimmers, JD Glow has some fantastic shimmers that are like out of this world. And these two, actually, these have been like Stila glitters, and just these Stila shadows have been everything.
Juvia's Place has been my favorite for a very, 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 very long time.
They make good eyeshadows.
They do make really good eyeshadows, and I know they're very controversial right now, but I'm just speaking about the product.
I don't think that is going to be like...
But I do love my Juvia's Place, but what I brought with me that I cannot stop using is the Sydney Grace eyeshadows that they sent me to try. And every time, I was telling Hannah this earlier, every time I go to reach for another palette to use to test, I always feel like I want to go back to this. Like, this keeps calling me. And it's in an old ugly Z palette that I don't like the Z palette. It's the shadows that I just keep going back to, and I love them.
That's like the best feeling, though.
It does. It feels good to be like, this is my girl right
here.
Yeah. It's my jam. So I would say these are my new favorites. And Juvia's Place has been kind of my staple favorites for a very long time.
They make such good eyeshadows, though. They're so pigmented, and like, they really are good.
They're very, very good.
You can't knock the quality for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one.
Right.
Nancy, what is one thing you wish you could change in the beauty part of YouTube, and one thing you wish could always stay the same?
This is a good question.
Hashtag loaded question.
I know, right?
So one thing I wish I could change is I wish that we could celebrate and lift up the positive people in the community.
We talked about this at lunch.
Yeah, I feel like I think we all ask for it, and then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all curious about the other side and the darker side, and I think there's like a almost like a wanting to be outraged kind of thing, and feel that like unified feeling of outrage and feeling like you're kind of part of that.
Yeah.
I think there's a draw to that. Not like some of the outrage isn't warranted.
No.
But I wish that we could be unified also in lifting up the people that are a positive force in our community.
Yeah. I completely agree. I don't know how to say this without being like super controversial though, but I do kind of wish we could almost do like a shuffle of like, I wish there was more room at the top for people to actually grow to be at the top. You know what I mean? Like similar to what you're saying. I wish there was more, you didn't have to have a scandal to get 10 million subscribers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you could just be based on personality, talent, what you're offering. I think another thing I would change is like, I feel like once you hit a certain subscribers like milestone for a lot of people, their content like switches, like because you start forming relationships with brands and it makes sense. Like when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. You can't really do an anti-haul trashing a brand because you work with them now. You have a relationship with them, you know?
Right.
But I wish that wasn't the case. And I wish that people could still feel like they could be honest without like losing other things. You know what I mean? Like, that's I wish there wasn't that pressure from brands, because I think that's what changes people. A lot of people think it's the money. I think it's really just brand relationships can get really stressful. Like, I can't even imagine, you know what I mean? So I think that would be the...
And I think that comes from developing that relationship from the jump. When you start developing a relationship with a brand, just being honest with them about what your priorities are. And if your priority is your audience, you may have to say, hey, that doesn't mean I'm always going to give a positive review of your products, and just making sure that's very clear from the jump. But I think that's a scary thing to say to a brand.
Oh, it's terrifying.
A huge brand is now wanting to work with you, and you're so honored that this brand wants to do a collaboration palette with you, or whatever it is, wants to repost you, and you're going to get a lot of followers from it. But then to say to that brand, but just so you know, I may not always speak positively. I mean, that's not good business for them.
No.
They may reconsider wanting to work with you if that's your stance, and you can lose out on growing to that level because of that. And it's a scary thing to do that. So I can see why people don't.
And I think now, especially that brands are not targeting, because targeting is the wrong word, but I think brands are definitely putting a focus on micro influencers. And I think in a way, I think it's harder for somebody in a position with like 20,000 subscribers to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tarnish this relationship, burn this bridge right now when I'm just getting started, than somebody who's more established. And I think that can be... that's something I would change, is like the way that brands have power over the beauty community. I don't like that at all. I wish that was like a different thing.
That's a
for
good
sure.
answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
That's
I think about that a lot because it makes me sad.
This is what I do when I watch Hannah's videos. I'm like, you're right about that.
This is in real life reaction.
This is what happens. This is all the time. All the time. And then one thing you wish could always stay the same.
Oh, man.
I love that we can support each other.
Yes.
And that we can not feel like we're in competition.
Yes.
That we can, you know, as a community, everybody I've ever collaborated with, it's always been this kind of chill hangout time.
Yeah.
Where it's not about, you know, one-upping the other person. It's about just hanging out, having fun, having something in common, and introducing our audiences to each other.
Yeah.
And I love that, and I hope that always stays the same.
I'm gonna take your answer because I agree with you. I think I always want people to like keep uplifting other people. You know, even if you have like 100 subscribers, there's a person that probably has 5 that would love some of the attention that you could bring from that. So I think the continued way that YouTube pulls each other up and stuff like that. Creators are constantly pulling each other up and helping each other, and I see it a lot in the beauty space too. And I think it's really, really nice because I think the beauty community can seem almost like catty and can kind of seem like very competitive, and it doesn't need to be. We can all coexist. We can all like produce content that we love producing and stuff like that. So
yeah. I love your eye lip
Thank you
combo,
so
and I'm
much.
very jealous. One thing that Hannah critiques me on when she roasts my makeup collection is I did not bring enough lip products, and I'm feeling that right now.
Yeah.
Because your lip color is what I want in my life right now, and I don't have that.
A little Morphe gloss. A little Morphe action.
Ooh, you know I didn't put my
have a
gloss
gloss.
on. I didn't put my gloss on. Let's try that and see if I can make it better while you come up. You want to say do one more from your
Let's
your
do one
crew?
from our
and
Instagram.
Then, this is a new Ofra lip gloss, and I'm loving it. I guess that looks a little better.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
World peace.
Okay, well, not the Miss America answer. Though.
Are we going
Let's
like
say,
actual like world?
No, let's say like for us, if the rest of the world everything was perfect, what are 3 things in our lives? You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like hunger, you know, poverty.
Right. I mean,
it's the obvious. Like obviously, I would fix those things.
Right.
Like if everything else was perfect, like what would you? If you had a magic wand for yourself,
for just myself
Yes.
and my own. Dude, like this is so cheesy. I'm happy, man.
I know.
Like honestly, like
kinda
I'm
feel the
trying to
same
think.
way.
Like I tell my husband all the time how thankful I am for our life. You know, and I know that sounds really cheesy and lame. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to live in the moment, and you never know when the other shoe's gonna drop. You never know when something could come crashing down. So I try every day to just be thankful for what I have, and that's so. Sounds like such a cop-out cheesy answer, but that's like the way that I feel.
Though.
And like my husband's wedding ring, which I don't think I've said this on camera ever, I have engraved into his ring, it says thankful for every day. And mine says BFF. What does it say? TLFBF, True Love BFF. I don't remember I haven't read it in a while. True Love BFF is in mine. So I mean, it's one of those things where I just always try to be very thankful for what I have, and I, honestly, like I can't think of like I wouldn't sit and wish for 1 million subscribers because I don't know if I want that.
Yeah,
in my
I know.
life,
That's
to be
kind of how I
honest.
feel too.
Like
I think a lot of people assume that's like the dream, and then for some people it's kind of like, I'm good.
I like my crew,
Yeah,
man. I like you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. I like you.
Thank you for being here. This isn't my channel, but
yeah, I know. But they're all going to come over and subscribe
Thank
to you
you.
because now they love you just as much as I love you, and they're all going to go over and they're going to go hang out with you and realize why I adore you. So, do you have any other wishes?
I think the only wish I would have would be to pay off my boyfriend's student loans. That would be the only thing I'd want to do is make us debt free, not have him have to have that burden. Right. That's like the one thing. If I had a magic wand, I would just want to take that stress because I see how much stress like student debt impacts people. Absolutely. So I would want to like take that away from him, and I would want to go on a cruise because I really want to go on a cruise.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So, I would want to go on a vacation, like a 14-day European cruise. Like that is my dream. I'm aiming to do something like that when I graduate, but I don't know if it'll happen. But I want to go on a cruise so bad. I'm dying to go on a cruise.
So you've been on cruises before?
Yeah, I've been on one and I loved it. It was the best time ever. So I want to go on another one and just like soak up the sun. Relax.
And now that I think about it, since we're extending this to our significant others, I would figure out a way to make more available, more nature type things in my area because we are very suburbia. Like there's some nature stuff, but like my husband really loves being out like in the mountains. Like he loves like Colorado. He loves Arizona. I mean, he loves like Sedona and that area and everything. I wish I could bring some of that landscape to our area. Yeah. Like if we're talking like, you know, a wish.
Actual wish.
Like an actual like genie in a bottle kind of wish. Yeah. Why do I want to sing Christina Aguilera right now? I don't know.
That song's like 20 years old.
A genie in a bottle. Get around me. I was off
Get it.
I snapped a little too fast. I was getting it and then I lost it.
You were doing it. You were doing it.
Yes.
We just gotta get you like a
I just
belly top and get your hair in a
right?
high pony. You'll be set.
A little jiggle jiggle.
You're all set. You're good. You're so good.
I felt like Jackie Hyder.
I know. Check it.
I love your look.
I do too. I
So
like yours.
much. Thank you.
I love these shadows that you have. I'm gonna have to try them.
Yes, they're so good.
Yeah, I really like them.
Well, thank you all so much for hanging out with us for our Q&A. We appreciate it. And if you have not, for some reason, seen Hannah's channel, you need to go over. And I know you love her now, so go over and subscribe because you should. Because I know I learn a lot from her, and I want you to be able to have the same experience. So go check it out. If you like it, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so before you go, or YouTube should be recommending a video for you right over there to watch if you want to hang out just a little bit longer. I'd love to, my friend, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Oh, and don't forget to go to Hannah's channel to check out our Hannah Rose makeup collection.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I haven't made it yet, but I'm sure it's good.
Take care. Mad love. Bye!